y'all. Hopefully this is working. I don't know if it's working live stream, but I know it's at least recording. So I'm using a new product called Switcher Studio. It's me, Rome, with Outside of Leatherworks, president, CEO, founder, Marine, crazy person. So today I got a new project for you guys. The project I'm working on is so I can start getting back into the wonderful world of get back whips, right? And you're gonna see me looking down because I don't have nobody else working the screen right now, and it's how I switch stuff up. So I used to make these get back whips, right? What I want to do, and this one is kind of huge, but what I want to do is I want to put some skulls on here. This was a pre-made skull that I found that I want to, do. It could work if somebody wanted like an extra large, massive, gigantonormous skull on the bottom of their daggone get back whips. You see what I'm saying? Beep, beep, beep. So, but what I want to do is I sculpted this crazy looking skull the other day. Now I'm going to pop another screen up here so I know you're going to see me looking down a bunch. I'm trying not to do that too much, but like I say, there's a little switcher over here that I'm actually switching stuff with. So I'm going to pull in this other screen so I can show you. Boom. See? Here we go. I made this skull the other day, pretty detailed, and the way I wanted to actually lean forward like that. And on the back of it, you're gonna see Outside of Leatherworks. But I'm gonna actually make this from a soft clay skull into what we're gonna consider a hard skull, right? It's got like lots of crazy details, the teeth, right? And so what I'm going to do, switching back to, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bunch of stuff. I got some liquid silicone stuff here that I'm using, and a couple other things. I made this little plexiglass box, right? Let me do something here. Let's see if we can get fancy. Let's get fancy. Get fancy. Try and be fancy. Hopefully you're not hearing the tap, 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 tap on the screen because I don't have an auxiliary mic, so bam, here we go. All right, so hopefully you guys get to see. Oh, let me make sure we get both of them. Doop. There we go. All right, so hopefully you guys get to see that I'm going to be making this cool like box thing. Get this cool box thing it's just made of plexiglass, and what it is plexiglass, a little hot glue, so I can just pull it apart. But it's fairly watertight. It's not crazy watertight. We'll see how much spillage we get. But if we get spillage, we got some clay and stuff that we can jam in the corners. But we're gonna stick this inside of here, and then boom. That'll be my project for today. All right. So to do this stuff, we're gonna switch to the next camera, and I'm gonna show you something different. I'm gonna show you how we do it. This goes here in the middle of the float. We're gonna go from here to there. Boom. All right. Off of me and on to the work. All right. So what we're doing now is we done did all the prep work. We made the little box. We done glued the little box up into where all the pieces that it need to be glued into. We're gonna take this and slide that down up in there like that, and so that we get a good seal. And take our handy dandy schmandy candy tool here, right? And we're gonna go around the edges and push all and seal down all the edges. And we're doing this in the kitchen because the shop is not a place where I like to do wet set. If I'm doing something that's wet, I don't really like to do stuff wet in the shop. I like to keep everything that's in the shop nice and dry, Nice and dry, nice and dry. So I'm going around and I'm pushing down the edges. And this is how I make most of my molds when I'm making something, which I haven't done in a while. And this way the silicone doesn't hopefully won't get underneath the piece and kind of totally encapsulate it, which it probably will get under there a little bit, but we don't want to. We're trying to prevent as much of that getting underneath the end product as much as possible. All right, so that's pretty good so far. I think we got around most of it. All we're doing is just pressing it down, really. I'm using this flat side right here, nice and curved, and it kind of gives me pretty good. Just put it in a little closer over here on the edge. Ta-da! Now that's done. The next part is we're gonna take our 2-part. It's 1 to 10, and we're gonna mix up the whole daggone vat of this stuff. We're gonna move this out the way real quick, moving it the way real quick, and we're gonna mix this whole thing up. And we're gonna mix it up in here, and we're going to use, since I don't have any like mixers or nothing like that, I always got these things. Little straw, ain't nothing but a straw. I'm gonna take this. And this is me going live. I guess hopefully it's going live on Facebook too. Right? Right. Come over here. You can see me pouring it. Pour it all in there. Some of you guys know what it's like to mix up stuff with a 2-part epoxy, with 2 parts. You know, some of us used to get our hair permed. Talk about I was getting my hair straight. You look almost white, don't it? I don't do that shit no more. No more straightening of the hair. Found out that stuff do you all kind of crazy stuff to you. I'm gonna check out some more stuff on the Switcher Studio thing, because I believe they have like a thing on here that lets me see the chat, but I haven't seen it yet. So I think that, let me see. There might be this button right here. Let me see. Live comments. Oh, Jace, I can actually see somebody. I can actually see you guys. I'll give you like a heart. You got 0 hearts, and I got like 2 thumbs up. So yeah, I can actually see your comments, I guess. Yay! So when you comment, what I'm doing, actually, brother, what I'm doing is I am making a silicone mold for this skull that I'm going to be putting on the bottom of, as just going to work as the weight for the bottom of my get back whips. So that's what I'm doing. How you doing, man? I heard you got some surgery. Well, at least you told us over here in Facebook land that you got some surgery. Here we go, the magic sauce. Here we go. Now, oh my God, how messy am I? All right, that's in there. Now we're gonna take this straw and we're just gonna mix, which is this straw sucks as a mixer. This straw sucks as a mixer. Repeat. I'm gonna use the included little thing here as a mixer. It'll take forever to mix, eh? Oh, there we go. We're getting some consistency, people. Need like a little mixer thing. One day I'll make me a little mixer machine. Either that or go get me a mixer. It smells pretty good though, at least. Doesn't smell horrible. I'm mixing this very, very bad, so very, very much bad, I see. We just said I find something better to mix with. This will work. Since it's my house and my stuff, and this is what's known as food grade silicone, not like the stuff that you can't eat or you can't eat off of. People actually use this stuff to make the candy, make the molds for the candy. Food grade silicone, because I don't get the stuff that ain't that good. It can't handle a little bit of heat. See, nice even consistency. Nothing on the bottom too much. Oh, there is some on the bottom here. Let's get it all out from under the bottom. Ugh, stuff is thick. Shawty thick. We got 2 hours before this actually makes up. What did they do, Jace? Did they like pull your knee apart again? They give you like super duper superhuman powers. Are you the $6.5 man? Now? Alright, here we go. Here we go. Here's the good part, right? I'm gonna start. What I learned is you start with a super duper thin string. And you never really go on the piece. I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Hopefully it's enough. You start in the corner. And you feel it up. You feel it up. And hopefully it doesn't creak out in the little corners and stuff. Like I said, if it does, I got some other stuff. And I got another thing of silicone if this ain't enough. It takes about 2 hours to set up. This stuff is kind of expensive. $23 for like a little tub. Doing pretty good. Trying not to go too fast. And once we get it in, then we'll move it around and try to get it to work into the holes. Like that's what she said. No, don't say that. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to open the other one. Always underestimating how much stuff is on here. Ladies and gentlemen, do we think it's gonna make it? I don't think so. It's okay, we got 2 hours of setup time. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna have to open up the other one, which means some of the camera, there's gonna be some funny little camera angles for a second there. Cause what I'm using to hold up the box must be stripped from its perch. Looking at that, that's Luminite. See, it's only halfway done. We gotta mix up a whole nother batch. Or it will be stripped. No. Sorry, I done got addicted to saying that whenever I get a chance. Die bleek pinta. Tasty. So, we're pouring in some more. And go all in once again. And since it's a 2 to 4 hour process, you probably see part 2 of the unboxing of all this hard work. But I'm really testing out not only the silicone that I'm making. Tap on it a little bit to get the bubbles to come up to the surface while we waiting for the just to fully come out. All right, that's enough. Part 2. Really? Gonna make me work hard for it, huh? Then we're gonna pour lovely pink part 2. That goes in there. This is why I do this this is why I do stuff like this stuff in the kitchen. Cause it's just silicone, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. It's food grade, which means it ain't gonna like make it so somebody gets sick. It'll last pretty good. But you do stuff like this in the kitchen because you don't want to do it in the shop where the machinery and stuff is at. And then you're gonna make a mess of the shop. And the shop is covered in carpet. This place is covered in tile. So when people ask me how do I do stuff, do a little research, do a little YouTube and checking stuff out, and you'll figure it out. Over here giving somebody a whole commercial. Can you guys still see it? Do you need it to be stupid? No. So normally I would have music going on when I'm doing this stuff by myself. When I'm like chilling doing this stuff by myself, I normally got music going on. I'm making a mold for a skull, so I can use these skulls as the weight for my get back whips. I don't know if everybody's coming back in the house right now, but if they are, I will make sure I tell them to be quiet because I am filming. Try this again. Here we go. Part 2. Part 2. I'm gonna actually pull this one. Well, let's get the stream going. And then you're gonna actually make sure that actually rolls into the eye sockets because that's where you tend to get most of your bubble defects at. And I want to roll it back into the eye sockets. It's holding up pretty goddamn good so far. Tap the mold a little bit so you can get so if there's any bubbles in the bottom, they come up to the surface. Any bubbles in the bottom, they come up to the surface. So this is the first of many of my weirdo shows of me making stuff for my leather workshop. And also my 2 kids plan on actually having their own little shows. Alicia's working on like a skit show, and Romy is working on his gamer show. They're putting together episodes right now. Not today, but we're working on episodes so they can actually get stuff done. And I'm very proud of the work they're doing so far. I'm working up Alicia's logo. Romy's working on his gamer stuff. And but you now see the end product of all of our hard work, which is a box with pink goo in it and bubbles. See the bubbles coming up to the top? Bubbles. The bubbles, they come up to the top. You want to tap on it a little bit. If you had a debubbler, then you can debubble it. Right? I know this is a long episode, but I'll get better. See, there's one right there. It's coming. Here it comes. Right there. You only need to do this for a few minutes. And it brings all the bubbles to the surface, all the air bubbles. I'm trying to pop them free. Because the more air bubbles, the worse it gets. The worse your mold can have an air bubble right on the nose, and here you go. Now you got it. That'll be, when you fill it in, that'll be a problem. That'll be a bubble on the actual sculpture. So we have it all nice and set up. Apparently our glued together plexiglass pieces are holding really well. I don't got no extra leaks. I don't see nothing popping out on the sides there. So, yay! We have a mold. 2 hours later, we should have some kind of a product. Here's one that I bought before. The one that I bought for that big, giant, humongous skull that kind of is cool, but not really as cool as I want it to be. I bought that on eBay. It was pretty cool. All right, now. All right, so we're back to my face shot because, you know, I've got to narrate everything I do, I guess. But, so we're going to wait for 2 hours, let this set up. Once it's done, I'm probably going to wait 4 hours, which will put it at, I don't know, what time is it right now? Hello? So that'll put it at, 4 hours from now, I'll put it at roughly 5:45. So check me out at about 5:45-ish. And then we'll pull this out. Big reveal. And see what comes out of the mold. And what you see is me tapping it. I'm over here tapping the mold a little bit so we can get the air bubbles out, like I said. The air bubbles got to get out before everything gets all solid and rubbery. Pretty rubbery. And then we can stretch it and pull out whatever we need to pull out, and then we'll take this 2-part resin cast, and that'll make it into a super duper hard and durable cast piece that I'll be attaching to the Get Back whips, and hopefully won't be this gigantinormous. But that if all things go right, then guess what? Guess what'll be on the menu again for 2019? Get Back whips. But it was nice talking with you. I know this is a kind of long episode. Hopefully it wasn't too long, and hopefully for me it sounded like going really fast, but hopefully it wasn't too long. And I guess I'll catch you next time, okay? I'm getting ready to sign out, but before I sign out, hold on. I got some goodies here. You can check me out on my Instagram at Rome the Artist. Nice, right? And then down here is my Facebook, which you're probably watching me on right now, Facebook. Boop, boop, boop. And then I'm actually going to be uploading this to my YouTube. It's right there, the YouTube. See? And then we got some other stuff, which that's not right. But I'll catch you next time. It's me signing out. Peace. Just not this way. Just I don't know which one of them is a cuss word. Don't do it. Okay. All right. Bye, y'all.